Hello everyone and welcome to Use Your Spanish. Bienvenidos a Use Your Spanish. In today's video, we are going to continue with our series of Vocabulario Básico. This is our episode number 10, and in this opportunity, we are going to have a look at the name of fruits in Spanish. Las frutas. But learning just the words, the names of the fruits, it's kind of boring, isn't it? So in this video, we are also going to practice the demonstratives in Spanish. So on the one hand, you are going to learn the names of the fruits and some nuts also. And on the other hand, you are going to practice the use of the demonstratives in Spanish, which I think it's something very, very important. Okay, so are you ready to learn today? Okay, then let's get started. First of all, I would like to remind you what the demonstratives are. ¿Qué son los demostrativos? Los demostrativos son palabras que nos muestran dónde está un objeto, un evento o una persona en relación con el hablante. So, demonstratives help us to identify where something or someone is. In this case, these words are going to help us to identify the distance from the speaker to the fruit that we are going to learn, okay? So let's have a look at the demonstratives in Spanish very quickly. We have este, esta, estos, estas, ese, esa, esos, esas, aquel, aquella, aquellos y aquellas, okay? So, how do we use these demonstratives and why they are so many? Well, the answer is very, very simple. We have many demonstratives because we have to differentiate between the gender of the things or people that we are referring to. As you may remember now, in Spanish we have genders for everything. And we also have to differentiate between the plural and singular. So, if something is very close to us, or it's actually in our hands, we use these words, este and esta for singular, and estos and estas for plural. The equivalents in English are this and these, okay? Now then, if the object of the person, or in this case the fruit, is far or a little bit farther away from us, we use ese, esa for singular and esos o esas for the plural, okay? And if the distance is greater, is really a long distance from us, we use aquel, aquella for singular and aquellos o aquellas for the plural, okay? So the equivalents for these two in English are that for the singular and those for the plural, as you already know, okay? So, I think this is a good explanation, so now let's get started with the name of the fruits in Spanish. First, I'm going to give you an example so that you can practice how we are going to do this exercise, okay? The first fruit is las uvas, las uvas. In this case, you are looking at el racimo de uvas, el racimo de uvas. So, where is the racimo de uvas? Where are these grapes in relation to the speaker, which in this case is represented by the hand? So it's very far away. So we have to use the last option, aquellas uvas, because uvas is female in Spanish, okay? We say las uvas. But then we have el racimo de uvas, which is this group of grapes that you are looking at. So in this case, we call it el racimo. It's a masculine word, so we have to say aquel racimo de uvas, aquellas uvas, aquel racimo de uvas. Okay, so let's continue. La manzana, la manzana. So here still there is a distance between the speaker and the fruit, but it's not very big. So we say esa manzana, esa manzana. Next fruit. La pera, la pera. Oh, in this case, the speaker and the fruit are very close together, okay? Maybe I have this pear in my hands. So, how do we say this? Esta pera, okay? So now you get the idea. Depending on how close this pointing finger is to the fruit, you have to use one of the three options that we learned before, okay? We are going to continue. I will give you some time so that you can describe this on your own, okay? Let's go. El melón, el melón. But before we continue, I would like to give you some extra words, two terms that are very, very important when we talk about fruits. The first one is the seeds of the fruit. We call them las semillas, okay? And the second word is la cáscara, which is the shell of the fruit, okay? Remember, las semillas y la cáscara. Okay, in this case, the fruit is el melón, Where is el melón in relation to the speaker? Oh, it's far away, so we say aquel melón, Next one. La sandía, Esa sandía, El coco, Este coco, La piña, Aquella piña, El mango, Este mango, Los plátanos, Estos plátanos, La papaya, Esa papaya, La granada, Aquella granada, El aguacate, Este aguacate, Okay, so before we continue with the rest of the lesson, I would like to remind you, as always, to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet, so that you don't miss any of my new videos. As you may already know, I have 3 different series of videos on my channel. Some of them are oriented to beginner students and some of them are oriented to more advanced students. So if you don't want to miss any of them, just make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also activate the notification bell so that you get a notification every single time I upload a new video. You can also follow me on my social networks on Facebook and Instagram, and visit my website www.useyourspanish.com. I would like to remind you that on my channel you can find this very useful video that I made a while ago, with which you can learn 30 terms related to quantities, especially used when we are talking about food. So if you are interested, you can just click here and check it out, or you can watch it at the end of this video. And now let's continue with the rest of the video. Las cerezas, Esas cerezas, El melocotón, Ese melocotón, Las ciruelas, las ciruelas, aquellas ciruelas, aquellas ciruelas, las fresas, las fresas, estas fresas, estas fresas, las moras, las moras, esas moras, esas moras, las frambuesas, las frambuesas, aquellas frambuesas, aquellas frambuesas, los arándanos, los arándanos, estos arándanos, estos arándanos, la naranja, la naranja, esa naranja, esa naranja, la mandarina, la mandarina, esta mandarina, esta mandarina, el pomelo, el pomelo, ese pomelo, ese pomelo, el limón, el limón, aquel limón, aquel limón, la lima, la lima, esa lima, esa lima. Now we are going to learn some of the most common nuts. In Spanish, we call them frutos secos. Let's have a look at them. La nuez o la nuez de nogal, la nuez de nogal. Esta nuez, esta nuez. Las avellanas, las avellanas. Aquellas avellanas, aquellas avellanas. Las almendras, las almendras. Esas almendras, esas almendras. Los cacahuetes, los cacahuetes. Aquellos cacahuetes, aquellos cacahuetes. Los pistachos, los pistachos. Estos pistachos, estos pistachos. Las castañas, las castañas. Aquellas castañas, aquellas castañas. Los anacardos, los anacardos. Esos anacardos, esos anacardos. Okay, guys, so that's all for today's video. I hope that you have learned not only the name of some fruits and nuts, but also that you have had the opportunity to practice the use of the demonstratives in Spanish. Okay? Of course, I would like to make an emphasis here or highlight something. The name of the fruits and nuts that we learned or we practiced today are the names that are used in Spain. Of course, some of these fruits receive sometimes other names, but usually it is easy to understand one another with the same names that we learned in this video, okay? So if you like this video, please don't forget to give us a thumb up, to share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Also, visit my website www.usyourspanish.com and follow me on my social networks on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Gracias y nos vemos en una próxima lección. Hasta pronto.